Gladiators and to an evening positively bursting with entertainment and action.
25,000 applicants, and we could only choose 4. So I think you'll all agree they must be the best.
These people are very fit people, and their hopes tonight will be to try and make it through to our final, where they'll have a stab at winning £5,000.
So, let's have a look and see who these 4 brave, courageous people are. They are...
Katie Budd.
And Melissa Spackman.
Katie, now you must be our youngest contender this year.
Yeah, I think I must be, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
1 year younger than the one last year. We had somebody at 19, but that's very young. So are you still studying?
I am. Just finished my A-levels. Did A-level French and PE. Just finished that.
Oh, brilliant. So what do you like to do outside of studying?
I do the heptathlon.
Oh, how many events is that?
Yeah, that's 7 events. I love all sports, badminton, basketball, netball, everything.
Now, I want you to share with me and about 14 million other people what you think of the Gladiators.
Well, basically, they're just the same as us, with a little bit more experience and a lot more makeup.
Say no more. Go prepare for our very first event. We'll see you later. Katie Budd.
Melissa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right, I'm a fitness consultant up in the northeast, and there's a few of my friends over there in the back.
I can see you giving them away. There are lots of them there. What else?
I do athletics, throw the javelin from a local club, Nottingham.
Have you been doing any special training for the events?
Right, there's been a lot of cardiovascular work, a lot of stamina work, because it's tough. The games are only short, but you have to withstand a lot of up and go, so yeah, it's hard.
Are you nervous?
A bit, but I'm here now, and I'm going to give them my best shot.
Well, you've got all your supporters here. Off you go, Melissa. Get yourself ready. Well done, Melissa.
Let's meet the guys. They are Ian Simpson.
And Paul Beswick.
Support there, Ian. Nice to welcome you back, because you were actually with us a little bit last year, weren't you?
Yeah, I was here as a reserve last year, didn't get a show. I was promised to keep myself fit, go through all the process again, and I'd get a show. Here I am.
So, what do you do and where are you from?
I'm in the RAF. Should have a few supporters there from RAF High Wycombe. Thanks very much.
So tell me, what do you do outside work? What sort of things do you enjoy?
Well, all kinds of sport. My main sport is judo and bodybuilding. Big thanks to the Body Studio in Deal at this stage. They've got me ready for this one. I've just won the Inter-Services Judo Championships, under 86 kilograms. I'm fit, I'm ready.
Blimey. Our Gladiators have their work cut out this evening. Let you go and prepare for our very first event. Ian Simpson.
Now, Paul, you're looking very confident. It's deafening in here. You must have about 300 supporters with you. Who are they all?
Yeah, there's 100 or 200 over there. I've got my mum, my dad, friends at work. I've got people I know from school, all manner of people.
Tell us, what do you do for work?
I work at Northwood Stadium in Stoke-on-Trent. I fulfil a number of roles. As you can hear, they're over there. I coach the youngsters who come from the schools. I run organised holiday activity courses, and I even coach international athletes.
So how on earth have you had time to get fit for this show?
Well, in my spare time, and it is very little spare time, I'm one of the top 25 pole vaulters in the UK. So, really, I haven't had to do a lot of special training for Gladiators, because my normal training carries me through.
Now, you know we've got some new events, obviously the old ones. Anything you can tell us? Any secrets?
Well, I'm not going to let my secrets out, because the Gladiators are listening out the back, but look out for Pyramid. I've got a game plan, and I'm sure it's going to work.
All the best. Off you go. Get yourself ready, Paul. Paul Beswick.
Well, our girls should be ready for our very first event this evening. It's Powerball.
Katie is using the red ball, and Melissa is using the blue ball. And guarding those baskets is Falcon, Nightshade, and Lightning!
Contenders, ready! Both girls powered up for Powerball, and powered up is right. Both girls scoring immediately. Melissa, lightning and Nightshade taking each other out, and Katie scores again. What is going on? Gladiator, prolific scoring. Melissa gets it in again. Katie slips, Falcon, another 2 points. Both girls scoring at will. Gladiators having a nightmare game and hoping to wake up soon. Falcon finally brings Melissa down. And Nightshade on Katie. Oh, things are starting to happen a bit now. Melissa, lightning pushes her out of bounds. Katie heaved to the ground by Falcon. And Melissa, she breezes past Falcon. And picks up 2 of the easiest points in her life. Perhaps she should have gone for the middle basket. What's happening? Katie stops. Melissa hasn't, though. Another 2 points. Katie slams in a 3-pointer to make this a record-scoring game for the girls. Well, I don't know what stopped Katie in the middle there. Perhaps she thought she heard a whistle or something. But anyway, the Gladiators not getting their tackling together. See how Katie almost strolls past Falcon.
Katie, 11 points. Well done. Melissa, 12 points. Let's hear it for Katie and Melissa.
Well, the girls doing well, but they got a lot of help from the Gladiators, who didn't get to grips with their tackling.
Gladiators, tell us what's going on.
Well, I have to say, very rare, but we got a bit confused because this is a very good Powerball team. We thought we heard a whistle, and so we stopped. And in the time that we all looked round, a couple of points had been scored. But the girls did well, the other contenders, but we have more games to play, and so we'll even up later.
I'm sure they will. Meanwhile, Katie's on 11, Melissa's on 12.
Next, we have the men's event. And Ian is on the red balls, and Paul has chosen the blue. And guarding those baskets, Warrior, Hunter, and Trojan! Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Let's play ball. Let's see if the boys get it as easy as the girls. Not at the moment. Both being brought down heavily by the Gladiators. Warrior on Paul. Great speed from the big man, takes him down. Ian 2. And no score yet. Warrior and Ian. But it's the Hunter who steams in and takes him out. Blind tackle from Trojan on Paul. And Gladiators doing a great job at the moment. Paul, great dive for 2 points. No one can stop that. Ian and Trojan. Hunter comes in. Great tackle by the Warrior on the other side of the pitch there on Paul. Stops him getting a certain 2. Both contenders down the same end of the pitch. That's what the Gladiators like, 3 against 2. Paul throws his ball away. He's not daft. Didn't need Warrior on top of him like Ian's now got. But he takes 2 of them. I suppose that's like having 1 Warrior. The boys are suffering as the Gladiators take revenge for that girls' event. Look at that flying tackle. The Gladiators gave the contenders very few chances to score, and it was only a piece of magic by Paul that any points got on the board at all.
Well, Ian, earlier on you said this is the event you weren't looking forward to. You knew what to expect. Was it exactly what you expected?
Worst. Horrible, they're big, they get in the way. There's not enough room there to manoeuvre, and it hurts when they fall in it, John. It's that simple.
Unfortunately, Ian, no points.
I know.
Paul took a couple of knocks there. I think there was one time when 3 of them all took it at the same time. How does it feel?
Took a couple of knocks is an understatement. That's the first time I've ever run into 10 brick walls. That is hard work. Just got to get up and carry on, though. Got me 2 points, happy.
Well done, Paul, 2 points. It's in for a Gladiator.
After 1 event, Ian yet to score. Paul's on 2.
Event number 2 is Jewel. First up is Katie, and she's facing Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Katie may be our youngest contender, but looking at the statistics, 5'9" and 11 stone 2, she has a 3-inch height advantage over Lightning and just over a stone in weight.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Katie going straight to work. Oh, and a bad miss from Lightning. And Lightning's technique found wanting here. It's out of range. Not really an event for a gymnast. More grace than power. She's got to slide her hands down the shaft of the butyl stick in order to lengthen those blows. Oh, takes a haymaker and takes a dive! Gotta see that shot again in slow motion. And look how far back this comes from. A face full of foam and Lightning earthed.
I know before we started you said you were hoping to meet Nightshade in duel.
Oh, what a Nightshade. Next round. I'll have a next round, yeah.
Second best though, Lightning, and what a terrific match you put up.
I enjoyed that immensely. It was wicked. I love that.
10 points. Let's hear it for Katie.
Well, Lightning fully recovered, climbs the ladder to face Melissa. As you can see, she's 5'6" and 10 stone, so she's going to be giving away height and weight to Melissa. If you check her statistics, she's 5'9" and 10 stone, 11 pounds.
3, 2, 1.
And Lightning getting carried there. Her grip on the butyl stick is all wrong. Really isn't getting a single blow in. It's constantly missing. Melissa finding it easy to parry the blows. Oh, gets a good headshot in. Good draw for Melissa there, 5 points. The gymnast. What a lovely backward somersault dismount. After 2 events, Katie's on 21, Melissa's 17.
So now we move into the men's event, and tonight Ian has the misfortune of facing the undefeated Shadow.
I've got a message for the Gladiators. Don't underestimate the contenders this year. They're very fit, they're very strong, and they're going to give you a good run for your money.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! On guard! 3, 2, 1!
It's hammer time, let's get ready to rumble. As Ian gets a couple of shots in. Oh, and Shadow sitting back on this. With some great counter-punching. This is the real deal. And Shadow finding his range now. Over the top. Oh, into the chin. That helmet getting lower and lower. Oh, what's happened there? Shadow defeated. The end of an era. Ian can't believe it. Shadow cut, and nor can I. It's taken 3 years for a man to do that. It happens to the best of them. Tyson, Ali, Lennox Lewis. It's tough.
Ian, I had my speech ready and prepared. I was going to say how unfair of us to put Shadow up there. I don't need to say anything.
No longer undefeated. I got him off. My dream come true. He went down. Thank you.
Not many. Shadow, you have to hand it to the man. Not many people see you off that.
That's true. But it had to happen sometime. I give him all respect.
Let's hear it for Shadow as well.
Nice.
Terrific match.
Shadow taking his defeat gracefully. In the replay, we see that, in all honesty, it was Shadow's own weight that overbalanced him, but let's take nothing away from Ian. And that sign says it all. Well, that victory must inspire Paul, but at 5'10", he's giving away 5 inches and an awful lot of weight.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready!
He's about to meet a man who just lost his unbeaten record, which has stood for 3 years. So Shadow's bound to be fired up, seeking retribution and straight to work. This is more like the old Shadow. It's hammer time! And Paul not getting a single blow in. It's all about defence. Paul gaining a little more confidence now. And after that comment from Shadow, he's not best pleased with Paul's performance. Paul's not really bothered about that. He's gaining a little confidence, going for Shadow's head, but it's all too late. A defeat and a draw for Shadow. In the replay, we can see Paul more interested in what was coming at him than giving anything back.
Well, Paul, I suppose the odds were against you knocking him down. He was one mean gladiator after his defeat.
He was mad. Mad as hell. Oh, God, he hits so hard. I think he might have bust a finger.
And a lot of defensive work by you, I'm sorry to say.
It's very difficult. Once he hits you, to get your balance and then recoil. You try every now and again, then he hits you with 3 before you even move.
Well, it's easy for me to say, but easy for me to say as well. 5 points, Paul, well done.
And it's easy for me to say after 2 events, the Shadow Slayer moves up to 10 and Paul to 7.
Well, with 2 games under their belts, our contenders still have to face our gladiators in another 3. So join us after the break for one of our brand new games, Pyramid, here on the Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to part 2, where we've just set up for one of this season's new games, Pyramid. Standing at the top of the pyramid is 2 of our gladiators. Katie and Melissa are ready. Tonight, they're facing Falcon and Scorpio. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Melissa and Katie with more of a mountain to climb than a pyramid as the gladiators come on down. Katie grabbing hold of Scorpio's feet there, trying to pull her off. Each step 2 foot in height, difficult to climb up, but easy enough to roll down as Melissa and Falcon demonstrate. Scorpio there, wrenching Katie off the pyramid and gets dragged down to the bottom herself. And Falcon takes a real flyer with Melissa. Straight to the ground. But look, Katie slips Scorpio, she's racing for the summit. She's there! The sparks fly for 10 points. That was quick. Melissa not having the same luck against Falcon, misses the ladder, hits the snake and straight down to the bottom. And on the bottom. Stamina required here. And trying to pull Falcon off the pyramid to get past her. The Falcon gets hold of something and pulls her back down. Melissa up and at it again. I don't understand why Scorpio's still pulling on Katie. She's got her 10 points. Falcon's got a challenge into Melissa, but it's too late now. Melissa, a fit girl, tried to outsprint Falcon there. Falcon dives, catches her by the legs. According to the theory of relativity, the only way is down.
Terrible trouble.
She's strong. Yep, she got me. Got a good hold of me. I think I reeled more than I should have, but...
You came flying down a couple of times.
Yeah, I tried to get her down and so I could sprint back. I gotta make sure she's quick.
This one's tougher than it looks, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a tough game.
Let's hear it for Katie and Melissa. Well done.
Well, the star of that event was Katie, but Scorpio knew the game lasted a minute, so I guess she decided to play for a minute. With those 10 points, Katie jumps to 31, Melissa remains on 17.
Well, now it's time for the boys' event, and tonight, Ian and Paul face 2 of our biggest gladiators, Warrior and Shadow. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
This pyramid's a bit top-heavy with our two biggest gladiators up there. Shadow, a great dive to take Paul down, and it's not so much the rolling down as the gladiator landing on you at the bottom, as Ian's just found out with Warrior on him. Paul's given Shadow the slip. Derek Redmond trying to break the tussle up. Meanwhile, Paul's got his 10 points, and Shadow is defeated for the second time this evening. Warrior still a hold of Ian. Rolls him to the bottom. Oh, Ian's escaped his clutches and he's sprinting to the top now. Look at Warrior. He's like a crab trying to chase the tide out. 5 points to Ian. The Gladiators stranded on the beach. As soon as the big man released his grip, it was no contest. The lighter contender sped away like a greyhound out of the trap.
Second attempt up there. What a terrific showmanship. The audience were right behind you.
Hard work. I'm absolutely lucky. He's a heavy man. My objective was to bring him down. Because he's heavy, he's going to be slow. It worked. I'm over the moon.
And Paul, I don't know if I've seen anything quite as terrific as somebody tumbling 32 feet in the arms of Shadow.
Well, they're fast, they're tough, but I'm sweet, and I showed him a clean pair of feet. A poem and 10 points by the best man.
Let's hear it for Paul and Ian.
He's picked up 10 points for the climb, but nothing for the poem.
19 stone of you, Shadow. Find it hard?
No, I didn't find it hard. That's a brilliant game. I think one of the best games we're going to have this year.
Do you think that you've got any advantages or disadvantages of starting at the top?
No, not really. I think it's very equal. Us coming down to meet them coming up to meet us, and the best man wins.
Well done, Shadow. Warrior, the big man. A few tumbles there.
Yeah, we made the game exciting. It's very difficult when you're underneath. And really, the guy who gets up first has a big advantage to get up there, especially when the 10 stone lighter. But, new game. No worries, we'll make a good show of it, don't worry.
It looked for a minute that you were holding. When you got down the ground there, you fell to the bottom. It looked like you were grappling with him.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Let's hear it for Shadow and Warrior!
Of course he would, and after 3 events, Ian climbs to 15 and Paul to 17. Next up, hit and run. And the first contender on the bridge, Katie, who was apprehensive about this event.
I'm a bit wary about the hit and run, which is the new cannonball game. I don't know whether to stop and wait for the cannonball to go past or just charge it. Because I don't know, I might get more points if I did that, but you know, to see what happens on the day really, just go with the flow, as they say.
Katie's the first up, and swinging those demolition balls are our gladiators, Nightshade, Jet, Scorpio, and Panther! Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, what is she going to do, run or stop? She's letting the ball swing by, and she's only got 30 seconds to score as many points as possible. There's 2. Now she's starting to speed up. Contenders not allowed to push the demolition balls away with their hands or deflect them, otherwise they'll be penalised. This is better from Katie. Now she's getting some speed up. 8 points. She did well once she put her mind to the task. In the replay, we can see she timed her run well, diving under that last demolition ball.
Katie, well done.
Yeah, it's hard, that game. It's harder than it looks, you know. You've got to have a technique more than just speed. You can't just charge it. Yeah, it's too short, though.
What were you actually doing? You're stop, starting, stop, starting. Is that to fool the gladiators?
And just to, avoid the balls as well, yeah.
What can you do when the balls hit you?
Try and let it rebound off you. Good game.
Good. OK, well done, Katie. And our next contender to face the Gladiators is Melissa.
Earlier today, Melissa discussed her opponent, Katie, with us.
My opponent, we're getting on great. It's difficult because you want to be friends. Everybody's been really supportive and brilliant. There's no sort of people that maybe you don't get on with so much. Everybody's all in it together. And my opponent, we've had a good sort of chat and we get on very well. A couple of drinks in the evening together. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a bit of rivalry there at the last minute. But it's good.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
And Melissa steps onto the bridge tentatively. Must be like being on a building site. Now she's hit stride and scoring well. The bridge undulating beneath her feet. And she's certainly got rhythm. Oh, a bit shaky there. And she's piling on the points. Oh, takes one to the shoulder there. That was close. Excellent run. In the replay, we can see how that demolition ball bounces off her shoulder and nearly knocks her off her feet. 12 points, a great score after 4 events. Katie 39, Melissa 29.
On to the men's event. Ian will be facing Trojan and Wolf. Cobra and Hunter. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready!
Ian, 6 foot, 13 stone 7. An RAF man looking to fly across this bridge. So it's chocks away. He's taken off and about to do a fly pass. Oh, he nearly went then, but I think he held on to that ball. I don't think you're allowed to do that. We'll see what John Anderson's got to say. He seems to be letting him carry on for a minute. These balls are like giant silver conkers. The Gladiators not conquering it all at the moment. Ian doing well and scoring well. There could be a promotion in it for him. That's it, he's still going. I think he's heard the whistle. Oh, and now they knock him off. A bit late now, lads.
Because he held on with his hands, which is strictly against the rules, half the points are deducted, 5 points.
5 points, Ian. What he's saying is because you held on to the demolition balls and stopped yourself from falling, deducting some points.
All right, that's John's decision, I was simply defending myself against the balls. I respect John, the referee, thanks very much.
Well done.
Not a problem.
Plenty more to go. Let's hear it for Ian! And next facing the Gladiators is Paul! Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, I bet pole vaulter Paul would love to have brought his pole along to jump over these demolition balls. And he's scoring well at the moment. Oh, so close to being knocked off then. How is his way through it? The contenders not allowed to hit the demolition balls with their hands. Must let them bounce off the shoulders. Oh, the okey-dokey as well. Great scoring from Paul. Great rhythm. The only dive he took was at the end.
Well done, Paul. Made it look easy. One of your better events.
Yeah, that's a good event for me. Nice and fast, nice and agile. Got to be quick. Don't be scared of the big balls.
Well done, Paul. And let's hear it for our Gladiators. Wolf, Trojan, Cobra, and the Hunter.
And Wolf showing his disappointment there as both guys moved their score off.
So, event number 5 is Hang Tough. First up is Katie, and tonight she faces Zodiac.
Zodiac's first outing in Hang Tough, 5'9", 10 stone.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Well, Katie leading Melissa by 10 points going into this event, looking to extend that lead. And looking comfortable up there. But so does Zodiac. Zodiac, the ladies' British and Commonwealth pole vault champion, comes straight into the scissors. Zodiac gets those long legs firmly round Katie's body, but Katie's grip's locked onto those rings, and that's what this event's all about. At 10 stone, not the heaviest of gladiators, but she can't shake her. Goes to work on the fingers, prizes them off. Mum and Dad disappointed as another one bites the dust.
Katie, you showed tremendous determination there. Your eyes were closed. What were you thinking about when she was hanging on to you?
Just hang on, do you know what I mean? Just hang.
That's the spirit. Well done, Katie! Next up against Zodiac, it's Melissa! Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
And Zodiac having a good outing for the first one. But it must be said that the Gladiators not having the best of shows tonight. So Zodiac will want to take Melissa out and even the score. Melissa, a strong girl, and good technique on the rings. Zodiac's got her back to her. And Melissa goes past. And Zodiac dropping back to defend that platform. She's one-ringed, can't do a thing about it. And Melissa's got every opportunity to get to that platform now. But she's got to move it, time is running out. Come on, Melissa! And that's it. Time is up. So close, yet so far.
Well, Melissa, you didn't look too confident up there, but you did very well indeed, because when John Anderson blew the whistle at the end of the 60 seconds, of course, you were officially in our scoring zone. 5 points.
Well, that's good, yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Not one that you felt confident with, though?
It wasn't my favourite event, but in practice it hadn't been going too well, but today it went well, so I'm pleased with that result.
Well done. Now, very unlucky for you, of course, you lost one ring, and that really stuffs you.
The problem is with Hang Tough, it's very easy to go in one diagonal. When you have to traverse and start crossing on the rings, that's something I need a bit more practice on, but next time I'll keep working at it. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Zodiac and Melissa. Well done.
After 5 events, Katie's on 39, Melissa 34.
So now we move on into the men's event, and Ian is ready to face Saracen.
The weight of this gladiator at 17.5 stone belies the fact how good he is at this event.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! That's right, no. 3, 2, 1.
RAF man Ian swings out, 11 points behind Paul going into this event. I saw him in practice and he was tremendous, it must be said. Traversing the rings and moving past. Saracen trying to get back to defend his platform. And Ian flying along now. Reaching out with those long arms, hoping to grab a bootlace, a vest or anything that will stop this man. And I hope he doesn't take a tip out of Wolf's book and go for those shorts. He just can't get him. Ian cleverly lifting his legs out of Saracen's reach. The only man to have beaten Shadow, he must be full of confidence, and it's showing. So close, but can't get there. Oh, no, Saucy Saracen! The old return to the platform and take him out manoeuvre, which unfortunately means instant disqualification.
Well, Ian, I'm not quite sure of the result of that one, and I think, hopefully...
Two feet on the platform. He took me off the platform, surely.
Here's the man who will tell us what the result is.
The rules in this competition are very clear. Once you have left the platform, you may not return to it. 10 points to the winner.
Thank you.
One person not too happy about that.
I needed those 10 points. I badly needed those 10 points. I'm pleased with the 10 points. Thank you.
Well, Lady Luck is smiling on you tonight. Disappointing result for you, Sarah?
No, I quite enjoyed that. It was a very good chase. You know, it did very well. It nearly got away from me, but unfortunately I stuck back on my platform and it doesn't count, so...
Well, he's among very, very few. Well done, Saracen!
In the replay from this angle, Ian's very lucky he wasn't disqualified for kicking Saracen away. Still, the point stands. Next up, Paul. Here's what he said about Ian.
I've seen my opponent and he's weary of me and I'm weary of him. He watches me, I watch him. It's going to be the same for everybody. You know you're up against quite early in the event. You know what he's got to do, his capabilities are. You know what his strong points are, what his weak points are. You just have to act calm and try not to show that it affects you.
Contender, ready! Now you go, ready!
No.
3, 2, 1.
And Paul swings out for the scoring zone. And if he's there after 30 seconds, he'll pick up 5 points. 10 if he lands on Saracen's platform. Nothing if he lands on the crash mat. And people have been saying that he looks like Hunter. Well, if he performs as well, he should be a happy man. And Paul trying that difficult traversing technique. Oh no, he's one-ringed and he's come to a dead stop. Saracen sees his opportunity and hones straight in. And Paul fending him away with his free hand, grabbing him. Now Saracen, one-ringed. They're both going nowhere. Hanging about like a couple of string puppets. Saracen's got him locked on. Oh, Paul eats a mat.
Well, Paul, you lost the game and you lost your shirt.
I think it's like the Versace look I was after. You know, and he did it for me. The problem is when you go second, sometimes it can be psychological advantage, but not when the first guy's made him mean.
Well, listen, it looked as if there was method to your madness, but then it all went to pot, and both of you ended up hanging on to only one ring.
Yeah, he did very well hanging on one ring, and he was trying to pull my hand off. Did you see that? Naughty boy.
Good sportsmanship, though. Let's hear it for Saracen and Paul. No point.
Well, in the replay, Saucy Saracen says, hold your hand out, you naughty boy, and gives him 5. In football, they normally exchange shirts at the end. At Gladiators, they never have a shirt left to exchange. The men's scores couldn't be closer after 5 events. Ian on 30, Paul on 31.
So our contenders have successfully eliminated our gladiators. All that remains is the eliminator itself. So join us after the break for the mother of all assault courses here on the Gladiators. Welcome back, and it's eliminator time. Now, Katie is 5 points ahead of Melissa. Each point is worth half a second. That gives Katie a 2.5 second head start.
Katie, you will go on my first whistle. Melissa, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Katie attacks the high and low hurdles. Oh, bad landing! Here comes Melissa. And Katie up the rope. There's her brother. And Melissa making a meal of this rope climb. Soap on a rope there. Katie doesn't look comfortable on that hand ladder either. Melissa easing along. And both girls safely across the rolling beams. It's neck and neck on the cargo net. Katie safely scrambles to the top, slightly ahead. She's going to be first down the zip line. And it's a good landing. Here comes Melissa, straight after her. You've got to keep your head on the balance beams. And of course your feet for a place in the quarterfinals. Katie strides out on the travelator. Oh, she's down! And now Melissa's stumbling. And it's see you later, travelator, and into the quarterfinals where she'll face Karen Sampy. Katie wanting to complete this eliminator course for herself, her parents, and her pride. Oh, she jumps up like a frightened gazelle, exhausted, but she'll have been happy to get through.
Melissa, congratulations. You said that the 2.5 seconds was nothing to you, and you showed that. Where do you think you really caught her up?
Well, I knew that she was getting around and she got across the beam, which I was worried about. But I knew she had a problem with the travelator, and she'd fallen off in practice quite a lot, and that was where I was confident.
And you also looked like you caught her up on the cargo net.
Yep, I messed up on practice a bit. Been thinking about it a lot and thought about the technique a lot more, and just taking it cool.
Well, Melissa, congratulations. A winner on Gladiators!
Katie, you looked so determined at the beginning. When we talked about your rehearsals right through the eliminator, you said it was important to keep your mind and body together.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm so disappointed. You know, that's the way it goes, isn't it?
It certainly is. You've had some tremendous support from your friends and family this evening, though.
I've had an excellent time. I say hello to my best friends, Claire, Sean and Anna. Everyone from Spelthorne, Drumlight and Belfast. Mum and Dad and everybody.
Well, it's great to have you on, Katie. We'll be sorry to lose you. Well, as we prepare for the men's eliminator, we're going to take a little short time out.
My hobbies are drawing and playing with my dogs.
My hobbies must be travelling. I do like to travel. I like to go away about 4 or 5 times a year to different places.
I love to read, write, watch movies, crash out with friends, and talk on the telephone. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Favourite hobbies are reading and babysitting. I love looking after my friends' children.
My bodybuilding's my hobby, which I do 5 times a week. I also do a lot of long-distance biking, which is for fat burning. But for fitness, I do a lot of sprint training, and I do quite a lot of boxing.
My hobbies outside of the Gladiators, my pole vaulting, my athletics. I love water sports, windsurfing, water skiing, and if I've got the time, horse riding.
My hobbies are mainly sporting activities. When I have the time, I like to go horse riding, rollerblading, obviously weight training and fitness workouts.
My main hobby is bodybuilding. That's what I enjoy doing. I train 4 days a week. I don't really have time for other things because I'm still working as a fireman, and that keeps me very busy.
So now it's time for the men's eliminator. Now, score-wise, Paul is ahead on 1 point. Each point being worth half a second will give him a half a second head start. Not a lot, Paul. Any experience that you can draw upon for this assault course?
I don't think you can go on experience. Ian, the same as a lot of other people here, is a very, very strong contender. Half a second is nothing. This is going to be one race.
Certainly is, and it's certainly going to be your worst fear, as you told me earlier, Ian.
Yeah, my worst fear. Paul, don't look back. I'm right behind you, mate. Half a second is nothing. This is going to be a tough fight. I'm going all the way to the end.
Best of luck, and we'll see you at the end.
Paul, you will go on my first whistle. Ian, You will go on my second whistle.
Can you imagine facing the Gladiators over 5 gruelling events and coming out the other end with only half a second head start? The whistles are together, and so are the guys. And Paul extending his lead fractionally on the rope climb. Onto the hand bikes. And Paul looks to have the better technique. Rolling beams, you don't want to slip here. And Paul makes it comfortably, as does Ian. And this is where a lead is made or broken up, the cargo net. So far, Paul doing everything right. And Ian's still in it. Speed of the Besman as he buzzes along the balance beam and up the travelator. Oh no, he slipped. He's down, but he's clawing his way to the top, through and into the quarterfinals against Mark Skipper.
Paul, congratulations. Made it look hard.
I made it look hard. It is hard. That is so tough. But I didn't come here with the attitude to come second. I didn't come second. I come first. But my hat goes off to Ian. Good contender. Been a lovely week. It's been good knowing him. But bye-bye.
Paul, we'll be seeing you again. Congratulations, another winner on the Gladiators!
Huger disappointment than for most because you've had your second year here at Gladiators, so disappointment.
Very much so. Can I just say a big thank you to everybody here supporting me. Thank you to everybody for turning up. Sorry I couldn't win for you. Kelly and Jason, I love you. Claire, I love you. Luke, Mark, my brother in Hong Kong, I love you too. Thank you.
Well, let's hear it for Ian.
The Besman did the biz, and there's a big hug for his mum.
Well, Ian's brother in Hong Kong may not have been watching us tonight, but we do hope you will join us again next week for more gladiatorial action on the hottest show in town here on the Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
One team member will be flinging the darts, the other will be flying through the questions. People, places, potluck. Could only be bullseye next here on Challenge. And tonight at 9, Bradley Walsh signals that the chase is on.
Music with more muscle.
once told me that if he could bottle and sell the feeling you get when you're on Gladiators, he would be a millionaire.
Well, we can't promise you that, but what we can promise you are some fantastic prizes and a lot of money. Ollie, tell us about the prizes.
Well, our champions this year will each walk away with no less than £5,000. They'll each drive away, too, with one of these four-wheel drive off-the-road vehicles. And we haven't forgotten our runners-up. They get £2,000 each, so there's a lot to play for.
So let's meet those contenders who might just win those prizes. They are...
Sue Smith.
And Nikki Wyatt.
Sue, very warm welcome to Gladiators. How are you feeling?
Fine, thank you.
Fine. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a fitness instructor from Bournemouth.
And you have a little daughter, is that right?
Yeah, I have a little girl called Rachel Caroline May, and she's 14 months old, and she's here today supporting me.
Oh, she's a young un. We start them young here. Now, you have actually been following Gladiators quite avidly right from the first series, haven't you?
Yeah, I watched the first series and thought, like everybody else, that looks easy, I could do that. And then, the second year I was pregnant with Rachel, so I couldn't do it. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to go for it for the third year. So I used it to get my shape back and train for Gladiators.
Wish you the very, very best of luck against the Gladiators. We'll see you a little bit later on. Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Smith.
Now, Nikki, you're a fitness instructor or a gym instructor?
A fitness instructor, that's right.
Where are you based?
Based down in, well, two clubs. Pinnacle, West Byfleet. Hi, guys.
All the guys in.
And also Prince's in Ashford.
Again? Tell us, Nikki, have you been doing any special training for tonight?
Yeah, a lot more upper body work, strength work, rope climbing, and just general cardiovascular fitness.
Are you worried about your size at all? Because you're not one of the biggest.
Yeah, not one of the biggest, no. Little and quick.
Well, we'll see how you get on. Let's hear it for Nikki. Get yourself ready, Nikki.
Let's meet the guys. Tonight they are Alex Lee.
And Paul Field.
Welcome to Gladiators. Feeling all right?
I'm fine, thanks.
Where are you from and what do you do?
I'm from Dundee, Scotland, and I'm proprietor of a very good Chinese takeaway.
Called?
The Golden Crown.
Now I want to know who's looking after the Golden Crown while you're here.
Oh, unfortunately, customers, I'm closed.
Oh, right. Well, only momentarily. Maybe if you get through to the quarters, you'll be closed for quite a while. Now, I understand you're a bit of a karaoke freak.
That's trying to sing, but I won't sing in front of this crowd, no way.
I was just going to say a small request. Every time I come up with the microphone, please don't sing.
I'll try not to, you.
You're looking forward to tonight?
Yes, very much so.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in the first event. I'll let you go off and prepare for that. Alex Lee!
Now, Paul, you're one of our boys in blue. Where are you based?
I'm based at Holborn Police Station in London.
Paul, tell us, we see on the street every day some fat policemen, some big policemen, some small policemen. How fit are they? Do they go through the rigorous training like the Gladiators?
You have a minimum standard that you have to go through to get in the police force, and that's at Hendon when you go through your training. And I've got the record for the fitness test, so...
So you're one of the fittest?
I am indeed, yeah.
Well, we'll see. Off you go, Paul. Get yourself ready. All the best.
And our first event tonight is Gauntlet.
Here they come, the Dream Team. First contender to try and run the gauntlet is Sue. Sue from Christchurch, 5'7", 9 stone 10. Good statistics, not too far off the Gladiators, but don't forget there are 5 of them.
Sue looks confident, but she's going to be facing Panther, Falcon, Scorpio, Jet, and Lightning. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2,
the starting blocks. Oh, and straight through Panther swing doors into Falcon. Remember, if she gets through in under 20 seconds, she gets 10 points. Oh, and pushes Scorpio into jet zone. And breezes past the pair, but straight into lightning. Let's put the blocks on. Ah, not for long, though. That's a 10-pointer.
What a time. What a race. Did you think you could do it? Did you think you could get through?
No. I'm surprised I got through, actually. I thought they were going to take me down. I just kept going. I don't know how I did it.
Well, Sue, you got to the other end under 20 seconds, which gives you 10 points!
If we look at the replay, we can see how she went into jet zone like a pile driver. Slipped two of them, and then leapt into lightning zone, held up for a moment, but left her sparking. Next into the gauntlet, Nikki Wyatt, our 28-year-old from Weybridge in Surrey. And she underestimated the show before she got here, but since her training, she told us this.
I've been as guilty as others, as most others. I sit there on a Saturday night and I watch Gladiators and I say, why didn't they take that ring behind them? Or, come on, push it out. Look out for that one there. And everyone sits there saying that, but when you're actually up there doing it, it is 10 times harder than it looks.
Doesn't every contender tell you that?
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Into Panther, good morning, oh goodbye. Straight through those swing doors again, flies past the Falcon. And Scorpio bring the brakes on now. Oh, nearly takes her head off there. Into Jet. And straight by. Oh, good block by Lightning. But not good enough, even faster. And 10 points.
Tell us what you said before. What did you say about this event?
I said I wasn't looking forward to it and I couldn't wait for it to be over.
Well, Nikki, you did it a little bit quicker. 10 points! Well done, Nikki. And let's hear it for our Gladiators! Panther, Falcon, Scorpio, Jet, and Lightning!
In the replay, we can see it was just as well Scorpio tripped Nikki up. Otherwise, she'd have taken her head off like a boiled egg. After the first event, both girls on 10 apiece. Next into the gauntlet, Alex at 6 foot and 12 stone 7.
Alex, a very brave man. He's going to be facing Trojan, Saracen, the mighty warrior, the hunter, and the awesome shadow. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Alex facing the mean machine, our Chinese takeaway owner, hoping they won't make chop suey out of him. And he's past Trojan. Oh, discard Saracen like an empty takeaway carton. Oh, Warrior's lost his ramrod. Oh, and Hunter's lost his man. Shadow dives and now misses completely.
Alex, when John Anderson said, contender ready, I saw your face, but you did it. Well done.
Yeah, that was great. I had it back in my mind. I was a bowling ball, they were just the pins. I had to get a strike, and I got a strike. Yes.
Well done, Alex. 10 points!
It just goes to show you can never predict the outcome of these events. I'd have laid money that he wouldn't have got through those Gladiators quite so easily. Next into the gauntlet, our policeman Paul Field. Represented Great Britain at 2 Olympics in the bobsleigh. Impressive stats, 6 foot and 14 stone. Should have a lot of lower body strength to power through these Gladiators.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready!
hurdle straight into Trojan and pushes him out of the game. Oh, and Saracen the same. He's treating these gladiators like toboggans and pushing them down the course. Oh, Warrior physically throwing him down. What does Warrior think he's doing there? Now, Hunter doing a great job with those blocking pads. And really holding him up. He's losing time on that clock. Straight into Shadow. And Shadow doing a great job. Not putting his body weight on, otherwise he'd be disqualified. Paul's pinned out of the points. Earlier, he told me his favourite film was Sleepless in Seattle. This is more like Beaten Up in Birmingham. In the replay, we can see Warrior physically picks him up and throws him down. Well out of order. John Anderson couldn't have seen it.
That was a hard one. I think he went Saracen, Warrior, Hunter, and then last Shadow. Tough guys. Did you expect it to be so hard?
Yeah. It went, I had about 18 gladiators, I think. So I did a bit of training for this, because I've been to 2 Olympics bobsleigh. So, it didn't help.
No, it didn't help. Unfortunately, Paul, no points.
Great.
Plenty more to go.
Well, could this be another hit for Andrew Lloyd Webber? I doubt it. So after one event, Alex 10 points, Paul yet to score.
So now we move on into event number 2, one of this season's new games, Pyramid. Our 2 contenders are standing at the foot of a 32-foot pyramid, which they have to attempt to climb. Each black and white step is about 2 foot in height. That's the equivalent of you climbing the stairs at home 4 steps at a time. That sounds quite easy, but don't forget, of course, at the top are 2 of our gladiators who are going to attempt to throw them off. So Sue and Nikki are ready and waiting, and tonight they face Nightshade and Jet. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready!
Nightshade on Sue and Jet on Nikki. And Nikki in blue removed from the pyramid by Jet. Nightshade and Sue going for a quick tumble. Oh, and Jet and Nikki copy their example. And Sue can't get past Nightshade. But Nikki's scrambling to the top, and Jet's on her case, and she catches her. Sue's free! Now Nightshade won't catch her now. Jet drags Nikki down to the bottom. And Sue's there for 10 points and the fireworks to prove it. Now it's all about Nikki and Jet. And Nikki going nowhere but down. Both girls will be very tired now. The game really takes it out of you. Final tumble as John Anderson blows his whistle. But Nightshade did a great job most of the way, and she'll be disappointed that Sue got up there.
I think at first I counted you falling down about 3 times, and then somehow you got away.
I don't know how. I couldn't even see her in the end. Just kept running, and I got to about the last 2, and I didn't think I was going to get there. And I looked round, she wasn't there.
She absolutely wasn't. And you pick up 10 points. Now, Nikki, it wasn't from want to trying, was it? I mean, there was quite a battle going on there.
Yeah, it's hard work climbing those stairs, even without a gladiator coming down. But she's quick, you try and dodge her, she's there all the time. One tactic was to pull them down, run up, it's hard work.
And you looked as if you were having a little bit of fun, despite the fact that your helmet had come off as well.
Great fun, I want to do it again.
Well, you're not going to. No points, but let's hear it for Nikki.
Nikki gave me a very good run around. She's a very fit young lady. We were talking to each other up there as well.
Were you? Out-psyching each other or just trying to help each other on?
A bit of both, I think.
It's a long way to fall down there, isn't it? Right from the top, right to the bottom.
I like it, though.
Well done, Jet. Nightshade, she got past you. What happened? That's unlike you.
Well, obviously it wasn't deadly enough today, isn't it? That's the problem.
No, but I think she was very good. She was very fit. And when we tumble to the bottom, and I actually quite like the tumbling, so whenever I play this game, I'm always going to go for a good tumble. I hit the mat, and in the instant I took to get my orientation back, she'd gone like a little whippet. So I should watch out for her in some of the other games as well.
Plenty more to go, Nightshade. Let's hear it for Nightshade and Jen.
After 2 events, Sue's on a maximum of 20 points. Nikki's on 10.
So now we move on into the men's event with Paul and Alex. Tonight they face Wolf and Trojan. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready. Gladiators, ready. 3, 2, 1.
Wolf is on Alex and Trojan's on Paul. And it's straight into a clinch. Paul and Trojan and a roll. And it's Paul that's up first and moving on up. And Alex discarded with disdain by the Wolf, but Paul's escaped Trojan. And he picks up 10 points, like Tutankhamun, king of the pyramid. And he's not wrapped in bandages, but it's a fair old set of points. Sorry, everybody, couldn't resist that. Now, poor old Alex, getting nowhere fast. Oh, and I think Wolf's found his spare ribs. Oh, there goes Alex's helmet, followed by Alex and Wolf. What's Wolf doing? He's got to let him up, otherwise he'll be disqualified by the referee. Alex out of stamina and out of time. And I bet Alex's daughter would like to play on that pyramid.
Well done, Paul. Up there very, very quickly indeed.
Oh, what's nil training?
Well, that's better that way around, isn't it?
Yeah. It's really deceptive. The steps, they're spongy. It just zaps all your energy.
And they look very short as well.
Yeah. You haven't got a good foothold there. I tried to grab hold of him, take him to the bottom, and just use some speed to get up. It worked.
You'll be pleased with 10 points. Alex, there really was a touch of snakes and ladders about your game.
No, that was really tough. I underestimated these guys. I thought they were just big marshmallows, but they're not.
They certainly aren't at all. And you came tumbling a few times, a little bit too much cuddling going on at some stage.
Yeah, I think he was deliberately holding me on. But the referee's there all the time, so he's right.
Absolutely. No points. Let's hear it for Alex.
Trojan, what did you have in your mind? Did you have any plans to start off? How are you going to tackle him?
Yeah, I mean, I was literally just going to jump on top of him.
What, from the top?
Yeah. But then we weren't sure if they were going to switch sides. So we calmed it down, but I'll get on next time. Come on.
Well done.
He's very fast. He's very fast.
Plenty more. Yeah. Wolfman. Victory. Stopped him. There's a rare smile from the Wolfman. Wolf, you're very quiet today. Are you going to be a good Wolfman today?
I'm going to be a good man today.
You're going to be a pussycat today? That's nice.
I'm a stone lighter. I'm 14 stone this year instead of 15 stone. And I was a little bit faster, so it's a good event for me.
You can be a nice man. He can be a nice man when he wants to. Good. Here's him for the Wolfman and Trojan!
I should have jumped on him. I know.
I'm going to have a day off from being bad. What do you think?
Yeah, it'd be good for a day.
I'll be good for one day.
Do you reckon it'll be right?
Only one day, I don't overdo it.
Yeah, just one day.
Just one day, I'm going to be good.
What's going to be nice for one contest?
Just one day, that's all.
So don't get used to it, all right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking bets he won't manage a whole day, but Paul's managed to square things up, 10 points apiece.
Well, after that, we're going to have a small break. But don't go away when you can see some more exciting fun on the Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena, where we're just set up for yet another of this season's new games, Pursuit. Now, our contenders are chased by our gladiators through this pursuit course made up of balance beams, wire bridges and web traps. Now, all is lost when our gladiator tags the contender with the hand. But the first contender through the course will pick up 10 points, the runner-up a valuable 5 points. Well, Sue and Nikki are ready to go, but so are Scorpio and Lightning. I'm ready. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm not sure if 3 seconds head start is going to be enough for these girls. If they fall off the snake beam, they have to remount where they came off. And we've got Scorpio chasing Sue. Lightning is after Nikki. And now they mount the wire bridge. Lightning very close to Nikki. Nikki onto the hand ladder. And Lightning getting closer all the time. And Sue on hers. Scorpio on her case now. And she tags her. Nikki onto the web trap. And low wall. Over the low wall cleanly. Second web trap. Contenders have called this quicksand because you sink into it. Oh, she's tagged! In the replay, Nikki tackles that wall really well. But as soon as she hits the web trap, she stumbles. And the old quicksand slows her down as Lightning catches her up on the high wall and tags her.
Just caught you, eh?
Yeah.
Not quick enough?
No, like her name suggests, Lightning. I actually was wondering whether 3 seconds would be enough, but panicked a bit when I got here. Couldn't get over the wall, and she was just there behind me.
Now you know why they call her Lightning.
Absolutely.
Lightning, again, doing well.
Thank you. This is a really exciting game. I was so close to her, but she just wasn't within reach. So all the way around, it was so close. But at the last minute...
But Lightning, this is your game, isn't it?
Yeah, this is very fitness-orientated game, and balance, and rhythm, you know. She did very well. You went quite far. You were nearly up here. Well done.
Let's hear it for Nikki and Lightning!
Both girls tagged, so no points scored. Sue remains on 20, Nikki on 10. Alex from Dundee told us his thoughts about training in Scotland.
Well, the standard of fitness in Scotland is, I'm sorry to say, is slightly lower than the rest of the country, simply because I think of training facilities and all that, and to do with local government providing the facilities for training. But hopefully, after seeing me from Dundee, Scotland, hopefully the people will take notice of fitness and training and all that up in Scotland.
So now we move into the men's event with Alex and Paul. Tonight they're going to be pursued by Cobra and Saracen. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle.
That's after the first
3,
one.
2, 1.
Cobra chasing Alex and Saracen pursuing Paul. The guys doing well on the beam. And Paul on the lead on the wire bridge. And Gladiators nowhere near them at the moment. Oh, Paul slips. And Saracen nearly on him. Oh, and Paul's found another gear. He's moved off. Both boys hit the web trap together. But Paul's first over the low wall. Sprints through the web trap. Now it's over the high wall and into the sprint finish. And Gladiators nowhere to be seen at the moment. And Paul first home for 10 points. And Alex for 5. In the replay, you can see how Paul loses it. Catches sight of Saracen on his tail and goes into overdrive. After 3 events, Alex moves up to 15, but Paul takes the lead with 20. Next event, hang tough. First up, our single parent, Sue Smith.
As a single parent, it's quite difficult to work. Obviously, I have to rely on a lot of people to help me out, babysitting in the evenings and such, and also I rely on lots of people in creches at different centres to help me. Basically, I only work about 16 hours a week, which is enough for me just to survive. It's quite difficult, but I really enjoy what I do, and I couldn't go on the dole or anything. I just have to work.
Sue's on her platform, getting ready to hang tough, and she's going to be facing lightning! Over to John Anderson.
Lightning's stats great, but her technique even better. Say it was good to hear those comments from Sue Smith. It says a lot for the young lady's character. But she's going to have to work hard to get across the Lightning's platform. And she's looking very comfortable up there. That is up until this moment as Lightning wraps her legs around her. How strong is that grip? Pretty good so far. Oh, but not good enough. Another Lightning mat finish.
Unlucky, Sue. Sue, before we start, last event, Pursue, you saw John Anderson, you put in an official complaint. Tell us a little bit about it. Why?
Well, I put in a complaint because Scorpio went on the wrong wire. She should have followed me around on mine and she didn't, so she got closer to the hand grips than I did, so I put in a complaint.
Well, John Anderson and the rest of the team have watched it, the replay, and you were right. You've been awarded 5 extra points! Hang tough against Lightning. She's a tough cookie, as you know.
Yeah, she's pretty, she's good. It's pretty nerve-wracking up there.
Did you expect to get in the score zone or even get any points on the other platform?
No. No.
You didn't?
No, I just had to go at it and I thought I did all right, actually, so I did well.
Well done. Let's hear it for Sue! Well done, Lightning. Is there anybody out there can beat you?
I like to think not.
Well done. Let's hear it for Lightning! And next to face the undefeated Lightning is Nikki! Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
So, can our fitness consultant Nikki Wyatt swing into the big time and the big points? Good rhythm, good style, good luck to her. Their last encounter in pursuit, Lightning definitely came out the better. Lightning traversing into her path. And Nikki needs to change direction. Which she can't do, and that means it's good night for Yenna. The old aerial dismount. In the replay, we can clearly see how Lightning turns on one hand. Changes direction, and Lightning strikes. After 4 events with Sue's 5-point bonus from pursuit, she moves on to 25, while Nikki remains on 10.
Alex is on his platform, and he's waiting to hang tough against the mighty, the awesome, the indestructible, the Shadow!
Shadow at 6'4" and 19.5 stones, not really built for this event, which requires more gymnastic ability than muscle.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Having said that about Shadow's stats. It's not going to stop him doing the job. Alex lighter and trying to speed past the Shadow. Stuck now. The white of his eyes mesmerised, said the banner. And that's exactly what they're doing. Shadow grabs Alex's ring, and Alex leaves him. Oh, that was nifty and nimble. And Shadow lost at the moment, and Alex one ringed. It's now a question of whether Shadow can get to him. His knees are up. Oh, and a knee back somersault from Alex, but I'm not sure it's what he wanted to do.
Alex, fantastic display. Nearly did it. A little bit of gymnastics there as well.
Yeah, I thought I had him, John. It's hang tough. It's really hang tough.
Tell me, have you ever been on the hang tough before? You're looking pretty good there.
I did some of the training. I did at home. I did some upper body strength. I mean, I thought I was going to go through it, no problem, but it's not a piece of cake.
So how did you learn to be able to jump from ring to ring like that?
Just doing chin-ups all the time.
Well, unlucky, but a great display. Great exhibition. Well done, Alex! And next up to face the big man is our man in blue, our Bobby. It's Paul! Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Well, Paul, our policeman, our swinging detective. Wonder if he's ever been a member of the flying squad. I've got to fly right past this Shadow. Shadow's grabbed an ankle, and Paul's got to be careful he doesn't kick him. John Anderson won't stand for that. I'll tell you what, Shadow won't think much of it either. That foot dangerously close. Oh, Paul casts a giant shadow. Now, can he get across to the platform for those 10 points? He's got the strength and skill necessary. Come on! Yes, 10 points! Our copper makes a tenner. Who's the first man to congratulate him? Shadow.
Congratulations, Paul. Not many people have done that. Gone past Shadow. How did you do it?
Just kept my feet up, trying to keep him at bay without kicking him, like, you know.
Well, there's one point there where you thought you were going to kick him in the face.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to keep my feet back and just keep him up in the air, you know.
And of course, as you know, that wouldn't have been fair. It's not allowed.
Fair play, you know.
It looked like he went for you. He tried to grab you. Out-psyched him, I think, there, Paul.
I don't know about outside. He's pretty good at psyching people out. Basically, as he went for me, because he went for my other foot, I just tried to get it out as quickly as possible, and it worked.
What sort of lock did he have on your left leg there? It looked like it was a pretty tight hold.
Solid, yeah. As soon as his own weight went on just one leg, that's when it slipped straight down.
Did it worry you when he got hold of you?
Did it?
Well done. You got to the other platform. Well done. You got your points. Well done, Paul. Shadow, how much are you weighing at the moment?
Right now, about 19 stone.
19 stone. Don't you think that's a little bit heavy for the rings?
No, not really. I mean, you don't really feel the weight when you're up there.
The rings, it's all about upper body strength, and that's what you've got.
Exactly, it is about upper body strength, and it's also about the game is not designed for the faint of heart. There are 50 rings to choose from. You must have the ability to be able to move, maybe traverse the different rings.
So what went wrong?
I had no choice. I mean, I had one hand on one ring, and I had hold of his leg. My only decision was to try and grab hold of him and pull him down with me. But he hung tough.
Did you think he was going to kick you in the face?
I did for a split second there think he was just, like, raising his foot up like as if he was going to, but I didn't think he would.
We've got some very fair contenders. But let's hear it for Shadow!
After 4 events, Alex remains on 15. PC Paul extends his lead to 30. Event 5 is suspension bridge.
And first up, it's Sue, and tonight she's facing Zodiac. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Now it's 10 points to get across to the Gladiators platform and 5 for staying there for 60 seconds. And she's pushing Zodiac all the way back to her platform. And off! 10 easy peasy points. In the replay, Sue powers her way past Zodiac, nudges her out of the way, and Zodiac left with nowhere to go but down. Zodiac's stats show us she's good in the height department, but perhaps lacking in body weight.
Next up against Zodiac, it's Nikki. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready!
Only 5'4", with plenty to do here if she wants to get past and stay in points contention with Sue. A lot of pushing and shoving up there. Oh, and once again, Zodiac should have seen that in the stars. 10 points for Nikki. It looks a bit like the first day of the sales up there, and Nikki was the first to the bargains, all 10 of them.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I need the points, so I'm pleased with that one. She's tough, though. She hits hard.
It got very physical at one stage where the hammer's head sort of got in the way and it was more body pushing, really.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens in this game, but at the end of the day, I got my 10 points.
10 points to Nikki. Well done. I suppose you did succeed in making her lose her hammerhead, but that was about it.
That was about it. We had a reasonably good fight. I gave it my best. But at the end of the day, she got across the bridge, and it's her 10 points. So well
absolutely. Let's hear it for Zodiac.
Both girls add 10 to their scores. Sue goes up to 35, Nikki to 20.
So now we move into the men's event with Alex. And oh dear, tonight he faces the Wolfman.
Well, earlier the Wolf promised to be good for a day. Will he keep his promise? 6 foot, but having trimmed down his weight to 14 stone for speed, he may have lost some of that strength. Bit of a standoff here. Oh, Wolf uses his hammerhead to hammer Alex's head back, and Wolf dishing out his own large portions of takeaway. Take that, or get away.
Well, Alex, sorry about that one, but I suppose you've got to hand it to him.
Yeah, that was different. I was hoping to be Indiana Jones then, to try to get across the bridge, but
nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
No points on this occasion, but let's hear it for Alex.
Well, Wolf promised to be good, and he was. Well, let's see if our policeman, Paul Field, can contain him. He's a good all-round athlete, as he told us earlier.
Been very successful in both my sports, bobsleigh and athletics. Been to 2 Olympic Games in bobsleigh 1992, in Albertville in 1994 in Lillehammer. And then in 1992, after the Winter Olympics, I then became an international in decathlon. And my first international in Finland, got the personal best score, ranked number 5 in Great Britain.
Next up against Wolf, it's Paul. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready.
As a decathlete, he's used to worrying about 10 events, but now he's just got the one. Dispose of the Wolf. Oh, well, he's just done that. Oh. He's celebrating so much, he's forgotten to get across to the other side of the bridge. Now he can celebrate. Well, Wolf's promised to be good, but how's he going to take this? In the replay, we can see Wolf getting a great jab in. Good job he was wearing a neck brace, but Paul just soaked it up and then soaked up the applause.
Well, Paul, I have to say it's like memory lapse there. In all the excitement of throwing Wolf off, you forgot you've got to make it across to the Gladiators podium.
Everybody's cheering over that side, all my friends, family, station. Hey!
concentrate on this games, but you did very well indeed.
His first hit nearly knocked my head off. It really did, honestly.
But you're pleased with the 10 points. Let's hear it for Wolf and for Paul.
Well, Wolf true to his word, but as Trojan said, don't bank on it happening next week. After 5 events, Alex is on 15, while Paul powers up to 40.
As well as physical strength, mental strength is imperative in our next event, or all is lost. I'm talking, of course, about the Eliminator. After the break, here on Gladiators. National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Well, all that remains for our contenders now is the Eliminator. Now, in the women's event, Sue leads by 15 points. Each point is worth half a second. That will give her a 7.5-second head start.
Sue, you will go on my first whistle. Nikki, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1...
7.5 seconds for Sue to make her mark on this Eliminator course. Nikki straight after her. Sue picked up an injury to her hand in hang tough, so the first part of the course is going to be difficult for her. It's all about grip. Making hard work of the rope climb. Nikki's already up there with her. Both girls are on the hand ladder. Nikki ahead now. And both safely over the rolling beams. Nikki leaving Sue behind on the cargo net. Now the zip line. It's a good landing. Now, can she keep her... Oh, my goodness, she slipped off the balance beam, and Sue's landing. Both girls now on the balance beam. Nikki's off, and Sue's fallen off. Now Nikki's on the travelator, and our 28-year-old fitness consultant from Weybridge is into the quarter-finals. Sue finishes this punishing Eliminator course up the travelator. First attempt to the relief of herself and her family. Great contender.
Congratulations, Nikki. You gave us a little bit of a heart attack there on the beam. Slips off. You lose your footing?
Yeah, I think I panicked a bit. I couldn't see where Sue was. So I just wanted to have a little check. Misplaced my foot, but took it slow the second time round. Paid off.
It certainly did. Over the moving log. Up the cargo net, you're away. The zip line, fantastic. Another winner on Gladiators!
Well, Sue, we did discuss one of your injuries just before the Eliminator, a very, very nasty blister that you got in your hands, and it was indeed the hand ladder that did you in.
Yeah, but Nikki did really well to catch me up. I don't think I could have caught up in 7.5 seconds. She did really well, and I'd just like to thank everybody for coming to see me, especially a girl called Kelly Lane who looked after my little girl for a whole week so I could actually get here. Thank you, Kelly.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Let's hear it for Sue. So before we go to the men's Eliminator, let's take a time out.
My favourite films, well, I love the cinemas, but in particular JFK, Bodyguard, and Dances with Wolves, anything that involves Kevin Costner.
I have no favourite film as such. I like all swashbuckling movies, pirate films, knights in shining armour, and science fiction movies.
My favourite film is Sarafina because in that film it shows young people trying to make the best they can of a very bad situation.
Favourite movie would be... I love action movies and stuff, but the one I really love is Beaches. And if you haven't seen it, get some shares in Kleenex first.
My favourite film is Blade Runner, the director's cut. I love science fantasy, and very much a science fantasy film. Fantastic, very exciting. Go and see it.
My favourite film
I'll say is Malcolm X, because it was very topical and it's a bit of history too.
My favourite film is perhaps Twins, because I love Arnold.
Jungle Book. Love the Jungle Book. And Jason and the Argonauts. Good films.
So now we move into the men's eliminator, where Paul is leading by 25 points. So that will give him a 12.5-second head start.
Paul, you will go on my first whistle. Alex, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
He's got 12.5 seconds head start. I'll tell you what, he doesn't need it, judging by the way he's going at the moment. Here comes Alex with a whole lot to do. And Paul across the road, he's been in 2 giant strides. Will have great difficulty in catching this up. Paul at the top of the net while Alex is at the bottom. Paul, a little look at Alex as he goes down the zip line. Paul knows it's just a question of keeping his head, and he's into the quarterfinals. Jumps off the balance beam past the end point, which is allowed, and powers to the top of the travelator and into the quarterfinals. Alex, no slouch on this course, has caught up time, only 10 seconds behind.
Paul, that must be one of the fastest we've ever seen here. I don't know how you did that.
Running scared, man, running scared. Yeah. Just feels as if they're right up behind you the whole time. It wasn't until I was coming down a travelator, the zip stream, I looked over and I saw him still coming up the net.
But don't tell me all policemen are as fit as you.
No, but there's a lot of fit policemen out there. We're here to look after you, so don't worry.
Well, you've certainly done that. Another winner on Gladiators!
Now, Alex, what can I say? Well, you did very well indeed. You made it up the travelator at least. I suppose that's something memory to take home.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Anyone to thank?
I'd like to thank all my supporters who's come all a long way from Scotland and supported me all the way. They've done really well and the great support.
Well, the very best of luck. Let's hear it for Alex.
And let's hear it for our 2 winners, Paul and Nikki, on the Gladiators!
So, success for Paul and Nikki this week. If you can bear the tension, why don't you join us next week for more action here on Gladiators?
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
And the thighs will be burning as we attempt another run up the travelator. More Gladiators is on the way next, new to challenge. Whilst over on Pick, it's border security, Australia's front line.
Music with more muscle.
is the end of our heats, as next week we move into our quarter-finals. But tonight's four contenders have really come a long way to be with us here on Gladiators.
25,000 people all wanted to be contenders, and we whittled them down to just 34. Out of 34, 4 of them are here tonight to try and win those big prizes.
Absolutely. Well, each of our champions of Gladiators 1994 this year will walk away with £5,000. And we thought we'd throw in a little extra in the shape of these fabulous four-wheel drive off-the-road vehicles.
So let's meet the lady contenders. They are...
Rowan Duxbury.
And Lisa Gibbs.
Welcome back to you, Rowan. You're a familiar face.
Thank you, yes. Yeah, I've done this once before, so,
That's right. We remember you from last year. You made it into the quarterfinals, but then it all went wrong.
Yeah, I think I ate something that didn't agree with me, and I ended up ill, so I was all changed and ready to go, and it just didn't come off. I was dizzy, so I had to give it up, unfortunately.
And that's why we've asked you back again this year, because in fact that happened outside of competition, not during the course of Gladiators. So I know you've got 2 boys. They must have been delighted to have their mum back on the telly again this year.
Yeah, they were as shocked as I was. I got a phone call 3 weeks ago saying, do you want to be back? And I thought, oh my God, I haven't done any training, you know, what am I going to do? But yeah, they're really pleased. They're over there tonight.
Oh. Now, have you been preparing for this? I mean, obviously the phone call came very, very recently, but have you done anything in those few weeks?
Well, yeah, it was a big shock, as I say, and everyone's rallied round. I've had loads of support. The local taekwondo club said, well, yeah, come and join in our championship training. The Warmfoot Sports Centre in Exeter, you know, they said, come along, you can train free for the next 3 weeks. Sunbed sessions, I've been really treated well, so I'm really pleased. Thanks, everyone.
Sounds great to be a veteran of Gladiators. We'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later on. Rowan Duxbury.
Well, Lisa, tell us about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Well, firstly, I'm a mother. I've got a son called Rydian who's 3 years old. If I just give him a wave, hi, Ryd! I also work in the Welsh Institute of Sport in Cardiff as a lifeguard and a centre attendant.
And what do you do in your spare time to keep yourself fit?
I'm a heptathlete. I do a bit on the track and field. I do the hurdles, the high jump, the long jump, the shot, the javelin, the 800 and the 200.
Well, that's going to be a good contest against Nightshade. Of course, she does the same, doesn't she?
That's right. She used to do the heptathlon as well, so...
Are you ready to take on Nightshade?
I hope so, yes! Woo!
OK, off you go. Get yourself ready. Well done, Lisa.
Now let's meet the guys tonight. They are Richard Barnett
and Matt Beeke.
Nice to see you, Richard. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Naturally, that's what we like to hear. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do and where you're from.
I come from Stoke-on-Trent. And I've recently graduated from the University of Brighton. I'm now a chartered physiotherapist.
Oh, congratulations. Well, in the best possible way, I hope that you won't have to use your physiotherapy tonight. What do you like to do then in sports-wise?
I practice Aikido, rock climbing, and weight training, and also a bit of circuit training and cycling.
I understand you go running with a dog, is that right?
That's right, yes. Dog's name's Sue.
That's not a name for a dog.
Yeah, but she's very pretty, though. Lovely soft ears. Yeah. Anyway.
Very best of luck tonight. We'll see you a little bit later on. Richard Barnett.
Well, Matt, you look like the sort of person who oozes with confidence.
I've been buzzing for 10 days up here. It's been the best 10 days you could have asked for.
Are you confident you do well here tonight?
We'll have to wait and see. You can't say you're confident because there's 34 of the fittest people in the country here, and I've got Richard, so we'll have to wait and see.
Very right. Matt, what do you do for a living?
I'm a self-employed telephone engineer from Epsom in Surrey.
Any of the gang here? Yes.
Yes, all of them. About 300, 400 in the audience up there.
What training have you done for tonight's show?
Well, my main sport's windsurfing, and I haven't done any running for about 2 years, so I had about 4 weeks of hard running to do before I come up here, so...
OK, Matt, get yourself ready.
Well, hopefully the girls should be ready for our first event, which tonight is Atmospheres.
And there's Lisa Gibbs getting into her blue atmosphere. And Rowan Duxbury getting into the yellow atmosphere. And they'll be banging up against Zodiac. And Scorpio. Lisa Gibbs, the Welsh ladies athletics team captain, told us how fit you have to be for Gladiators.
I think to compete in Gladiators, you do need to be very sporting. It's a lot of hard work, and anybody that sits there and watches it and says it's not, well, they should have a go themselves.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Atmospheres are go. Rowan powering down to meet Scorpio. Zodiac hammers into Lisa. Rowan on pod 1. 3 points. Lisa on pod 3. Oh, every which way but in. Tough to control these atmospheres. Rowan on pod 4. Oh, she can't centre it up. Doesn't hang about though. Moving on to the next. And she scores this time. That's the way to do it. Zodiac leading Lisa to the pod and can't take advantage of it. Ah, but Rowan can. Another 3. Thank you very much. Lisa finally on pod 2. Now she can't get off it. Gonna feel like a smoked herring after that. Rowan on pod 1. No score, no cigar. Moves off, leaving Scorpio in her wake. It's all over. Rowan scoring well. In the replay, she could have clocked up even more points if she'd have centred this.
Well, Rowan, come out. Woo! A very successful round for you. Now, first of all, of course, last year we had some heavy atmospheres. Did you notice the change with these ones?
These are mental machines. They go like rockets. It's incredible. I love it.
Well,
you're going to go straight over the edge.
It looked as if you loved it because you scored 9 points.
Well, Lisa, being a heptathlete, have you ever done an event like this before?
No, not really. Nothing compares to that. If you don't use your legs, you've had it. And I just used my arms and, you know, it didn't work.
You know, the secret, listening to some of the Gladiators, they say is using your legs. Actually running in the atmospheres as opposed to, as you say, using your arms.
That's right. Well, I was trying to use my legs, but it wasn't happening. I was trying to run up the cage and use my arms, but, I mean, I think I scored 1, so...
Well, you got 3 points anyway. Well done.
And let's hear it for our 2 gladiators, Scorpio and Zodiac.
Well, after the first event, Rowan's on 9 and Lisa's on 3.
Richard's in the yellow atmosphere and Matt in the blue.
Boot's going down, boot's going down.
And what a place to keep him. Possibly the best place, the Wolfman and Saracen.
Both these contenders should perform very well in the atmospheres. We take a look at Richard, 6 foot and 13 stone 10. And Matt, well, 2 inches taller and a stone heavier.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble! There goes Saracen powering down the ramp. Oh, straight into Matt. Oh, but Wolf misses Richard completely. And luckily enough for Wolf, Richard misses the pod. Matt picks up 3 points on pod 1. Eases that atmosphere into position. Oh, he's shut out of it this time. Richard, pod 3, scores! Now Richard is free. 3 points on pod two. Thank you, says Richard, and thank you, says Matt. Both boys scoring on the same pod. And Gladiators shutting them down now. Richard miles away. Wolf is just a bystander in this event, mind you. Wild animals are never comfortable in cages. Matt just couldn't centre it. Now Wolf finally catches Richard. Doesn't matter though, there's the whistle and a victory roll from Matt. In the replay, Richard in fact also took a nasty tumble, well padded up though, because those atmospheres are cheese graters.
Richard, you're a little bit bruised on the back there, a few scratches and a few knocks, but how did you find it?
Excellent. I have great empathy for hamsters and gerbils.
Well, you scored 6 points.
Thank you.
Wolfman, you got totally lost.
No way, man. Don't you ever say that to me.
Wolf, you lost your man. You lost your man.
Get your facts right.
We're fair here.
Get your facts right.
We are gladiators.
Listen to me. I was chasing my man and the other man got in my way.
Mr. Anderson.
Get it right.
You must have something to say about this man.
Come here. Behave yourself, or you will take no further part. Now go.
He started it.
Don't talk back. Go.
He started it.
Get off.
Well done, Mr. Anderson.
Wolf pushing his luck there, just as well they weren't on the football field. You don't mess with Fash the Bash. After one event, the boys score 6 points apiece.
So, moving on, our next event, Powerball. Rowan has chosen the red ball and Lisa the blue. And guarding those 5 baskets is Falcon, Panther and Jet! The winner, John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Let's take a look at Lisa's impressive statistics. 5'9" and 11 stone 1.
3, 2, 1.
Let's play ball. Falcon brings down Rowan, but Lisa breezes past Panther to score. Oh, cheeky move from Falcon. Rowan trying to lob it in. Oh, Lisa should have had that. Didn't concentrate on where she was placing the ball. The basket was open. And she does it this time. There's the speed of this heptathlete, leaving them all standing. Rowan still throwing and paying for it. Good tackle from Falcon this time. Now don't throw it, Rowan, stretch it out. Oh, Rowan desperately close. Lisa with an incredible ton of speed, doing well in this game. Rowan still can't score. Lisa eluding Falcon and Jet scoring brilliantly. This time eludes Panther and Jet. In the meantime, Rowan really finding herself in the wars. Falcon on Lisa, balls are on the whistle, no wonder she's tired. What a brilliant event for her. There's Lisa's dad and little boy. They must be proud of her.
Well, Rowan, that was a tough one.
Yeah, you get so near, you think you got it in and then throw down.
Well, unlucky, Rowan. No points. Lisa. You're a big, fit, strong girl. You pushed your way through, didn't you?
I was relying on this game, actually, to score myself some points, and I think it's worked, yeah.
You certainly did. 12 points! Well done, Lisa! Buruga! Let's hear it for our gladiators! Jet, Falcon, and Panther!
Gladiators doing a good job on Rowan, but weren't given the chance to get near Lisa. After 2 events, Rowan remains on 9. Lisa powers to 15.
On to the men's event. Richard who got the red balls and Matt the blue. And guarding those 5 baskets is Warrior, Trojan and the Hunter!
This is a real clash of the Titans, and Matt clashes into two of them, and Richard into the other. Great turn from Richard, but where's the ball? Got it now, and Warrior's got him. Get that helmet on for safety. Don't want the ref stopping this game. Matt takes off Warrior and Hunter. But he's out of bounds. That ball won't count. Oh, high tackle from Hunter. Got to be careful with those tackles. Oh, Warrior's lost his helmet. Matt's lost his duck. 2 points. Oh, still high from Hunter. 2 points for Richard. And Matt wrestles to the floor. Hunter takes Richard out before he's able to get on the pitch. He's allowed to take another ball from that end because of that. Warrior on Matt. Maybe he thinks this is hang tough, trying to get his shorts off. Hunter tackling very high in this event. Dangerous without a helmet on. There's the whistle. Both contenders survive, but I don't like to see those high tackles. Go low and take the legs away. Matt doing exceptionally well to escape the attentions of Warrior and Hunter, but unfortunately went out of bounds to do so and got his shorts ripped in the process.
Matt, you took Hunter and Warrior the first shot. I think they were giving you a bit of a lesson there.
Yeah, I think they wanted my shorts, but I kept them.
Well, it was a low-scoring game. You got 2 points! Richard, you're a little bit quieter, aren't you? Trying to keep away from the trouble, aren't you?
Definitely, big lads. Don't upset them.
Richard, you got 2 points!
Richard's mum pleased with that. The boys stay neck and neck, 8 points each.
Don't go away. Join us after the break for some more exciting action on the Gladiators!
Indoor arena here in Birmingham. Well, as tonight is the last of our heats, we thought we'd give you a taste of what the quarter-finals are all about by introducing you to one of our new games, pole axe. Contender and gladiator each have to climb this 36-foot pole. And the first one to the top will press an electronic impact button which will retract the pegs on the opponent's poles. And then we just watch them fall. Now, the contender to reach the top will obviously pick up 10 points, and it seems as if Rowan is ready to go, and tonight she faces Nightshade.
Well, impressive stats from Nightshade, 6 foot tall and 11 stone.
Mount the poles.
If we compare that with Rowan's, we can see she's giving away 6 inches and 2 stone. Well, this game can be all over in 10 seconds, but believe me, when they fall from that pole, it's worth waiting for.
2, 1.
Rowan got a good start. May have been before the whistle, but the refs let it carry on. Nightshade in the lead. First to hit the button will retract their opponent's climbing pegs. Nightshade's got it, and Rowan's poleaxed. In the replay, Nightshade misses the button the first time, gets it on the second attempt.
Rowan, it was over quite quickly, but I have to say, I respect anybody who can climb anything over 2 feet, really.
To attempt that, you've got to have a death wish, really. I mean, when you go, you just think, good day to die, and just, you've got to go off, you know, and just hope that you're going to hit the bottom in the right way, basically.
Great attempt, but no points on this occasion, but let's hear it for Rowan. Next up against Nightshade, it's Lisa!
During practice, Lisa got about 6 feet up the pole and then froze. Everyone had advice. But at the end of the day, it took climbing expert Brian Hall 10 minutes to talk her down. We're not sure how she's going to perform this evening.
I'd already, you know, talked myself out of it, yeah. And I just said, how about your pint? And I did it. So then I went up again and up again. I think, you know, it'll be all right. It'll be all right on the night.
Will it be all right on the night? We're just about to see. It's two heptathletes together. Who will be the winner? Neck and neck at the moment. Nightshade moving more smoothly now. It's to the button. Lisa didn't get a chance to freeze. Her struts were retracted and she has been poleaxed. But she'll be pleased to have conquered her fear.
When you're ready.
Well, Lisa, I'm sure you're delighted that event's over.
Oh, I'm so glad. In practice, I was awful at it. I got stuck at this 6 foot. I'm just so glad it's over.
What happened? Did you just freeze?
I just froze, literally at 6 foot. And it was just a nightmare. I was there for 10 minutes. I was just stuck. So I'm just so pleased that it's finished.
That's it for Lisa. Well done anyway. It's more trouble coming down the mattresses than it is actually climbing up the pole for you.
Certainly, it probably took about 11 seconds to get to the top of the pole and about 30 seconds to roll off the mat.
That was really terrific. I mean, you got both girls at the same time. It was terrific.
What a lovely game, but it's a very difficult game because you can't see them. It's worse than the wall because you've no idea where they are. You're just climbing for dear life.
Let's hear it for Nightshade. Well done.
Great job from Nightshade. Neither girl scoring any points, so the scores remain the same.
Now we move into the men's event. First up is Richard, and tonight he faces Hunter.
Hunter, a powerful gladiator, 6'3", 17.5 stones. Great favourite with our younger viewers. Earlier today, his opponent Richard gave us his opinion on the positive influence of gladiators on children.
I think the Gladiators programme for children is exceptionally good, without a doubt. A lot of children in my family really got into exercise and want to be gladiators. They want to be fit, and the way that things have gone recently, these children have been told to have fat diets, chips and beans. I think children being more aware nowadays of health, of their diet, and what options are available through sport. Sport can be a very good footstep in life to get on to other things.
3, 2, 1.
He's going to need some fast footsteps now. Up and away, and the first to the top is last to drop. Both climbing well, and Hunter looks to be the faster of the two. Hits the mat, and Richard's poleaxe. Look at that drop. And Hunter enjoying himself. Richard's supporters certainly not. In the replay, Hunter climbs strongly to press Richard's down button. And what a plunge that is. 36 feet to the ground floor.
Tell me, what is it like to fall 36 feet like that?
Not very scary. No, very scary, actually. But letting go's the hard part. Falling's quite fun.
Now, if you carry on lying like that, you'll get spots on your tongue. No points this time for Richard. Let's hear it for him.
Spots on the tongue and spots before the eyes after that drop. Richard's mum there, she really does live each event with him.
Next up against Hunter, it's Matt.
Matt's a telephone engineer, so he's used to climbing poles.
On the poles. Take the bridges, please. Spin the poles. 3, 2, 1.
Climbing strongly. Matt doing well. This is going to be close. Hunter thumps that button. Oh, giving it plenty of stick to make sure Matt's finished. Good performance from Hunter. Drops Matt on the mat, keeping both contenders out of the points. After 3 events, scores stay the same.
Pursuit. And Rowan and Lisa are raring to go, but so are Jet and Lightning.
Full-time mum Rowan told us earlier how much her children were looking forward to her second appearance on the show.
Oh, this year, well, they can't wait. They've got banners and stickers, and they're coming up with a whole crowd of their friends and so on. So they've been going around the school, giving out the tickets, saying, my mum's back on Gladiators, and this time she's not going to get food poisoning, she's going to go all the way. So let's hope I can live up to their expectations.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
The girls are off on the snake beans. 10 points for the first to finish the course, 5 for the second. No points in the Gladiators tag you, and here they come. Jet after Rowan, Lightning after Lisa. Lightning a little bit overzealous, trying to get within striking distance. Sprint now to the Weybridge. Lisa in blue, building up a lead. Both girls onto the hand ladder. Oh, look at Jet right behind Rowan, and she's got it. Jet came from nowhere. Lisa almost off the hand ladder, and Lightning way out of contention. Turns into the first web trap. Contenders call this quicksand. Once you're in it, it's tough to get. Stumbles over the low wall now into the second web trap. Lightning cartwheeling over the low wall. Look at her, sprinting through the quicksand. Oh, she's tagged out on the high wall. Brilliant comeback from Lightning. She's pleased with that. Great performance from Lightning, and we can see how she reaches up and tags that trailing leg.
I have to say, Rowan, the hand ladder is a difficult one. That's usually where we get them.
I am so annoyed with myself because in practice the hand ladder was actually no problem. If you get on it and get a momentum, you can get going, but I just misplaced my hand and that was it. Once you stop, Jet's there behind you and you had it, girl, basically.
Well done to you, Jet. Terrific work.
Thank you. I mean, it's the first time I've actually done that in front of the camera, so I was a bit nervous and a bit apprehensive, wanted to get on it quickly. And I had all your guys saying to me, you leave Rowan alone behind me.
Not me, they're picking on me. That's it for Rowan and Jet.
Lightning, what speed. Tell me, what's the secret of getting over the net here, the trap net?
Well, it's quite high, so obviously you can't just walk over it, but he will not touch the floor.
Getting your knees up?
Right, yeah, you have to get the knees up, you have to keep the toes pointed, so it actually goes through the holes. It's quite easy when you know how.
Lisa, hard work, isn't it? They're very good.
Yeah, it was hard work. I found the beginning bit on the beam quite hard. I couldn't really get my balance, and I also slipped off the ladder as well.
You actually missed, I think, about 4 rungs of the ladder.
Was it? Well, I thought we could just go across it as quick as we could, so I think I made a mistake, yeah.
Well, I don't blame you. I'll do the same if I had Lightning chasing me. Well done. Let's hear it for Lisa and Lightning!
Once again, the Gladiators freezing the girls out of the point. Scores remain the same. Rowan 9, Lisa 15. Next up on Pursuit, the men. And earlier, Matt Beeke told us exactly what he thought of this exciting new event.
The new game Pursuit is fantastic. It's actually the best game I've tried so far. I found the balance beams not too difficult because of the scaffolding work I've been doing, so I reckon I heard Saracen was the fastest one on it, so I think he's going to have a job to catch me on that one.
Well, Matt hasn't drawn Saracen. He's got Cobra chasing him, while Richard's being stalked by the Wolf.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
And they're off with a 3-second head start over the Gladiators. And look at Matt Beeke, first in the pecking order, bounding over the snake beams, leaving everything and everybody in his wake. Sprints over the Weybridge. Richard doing well. Matt going just as fast on the hand ladder. Oh, Wolf desperately trying to close Richard down. Matt stumbling, escapes the web trap over the low wall. Richard still battling. Matt over the high wall. Richard waist deep in the quicksand. And Matt sprints home for 10 points. What a great performance. And Richard comes in backwards for 5. The Gladiators found wanting in that event. In the replay, we can see how this pursuit was tailor-made for someone with Matt's speed and skill from the Weybridge to the hand ladder without even changing gear.
Well, Matt, I mean, congratulations. I expect that the scaffolding work that you used to do is come in handy there on the balancing beam.
Absolutely, 100%. Thanks a lot to Kev, who sorted me out for that. It's been my best event in practice, and I'm just pleased to come together today.
And you got the full 10 points. Well done, Matt. Well, Richard, you weren't far behind.
No, not too far behind. He's been very good in practice. I knew it'd be hard to beat him tonight on this event.
Well, you left the Wolfman standing.
No problem. Easy. Nowhere near.
You got 5 points. Well done, Richard.
So after 4 events, Richard moves up to 13, while Matt finally separates them and leaps on to 18. We now move on to event 5, Duel.
And Rowan is on her platform, and she's going to be facing a Scorpio! Over to John Anderson.
Scorpio, 5'9", 10 stone 2.
Contender, ready!
Rowan giving away 3 inches and a stone in weight. To work with headshots. Oh, Rowan's helmet going back and her hair coming forward. Excellent work rate from the girls. Trying hard to find the knockout blow, though. Headshot from Scorpio. Rowan takes a licking, but keeps on sticking. Rowan, 2 shots out of range. Sticking jabs from Scorpio. Good fight from the girls. Well done, Rowan. 5 hard-earned points, and we don't care if it's a draw as long as it's all action. I don't like those battles where they just defend all the time.
Well done, Rowan. Rowan, that was more of a tactical fight, wasn't it, that?
Yeah, you've instead of just hitting, you've got to try and use the space of the pedestal and move back.
I mean, it almost looked like you were planning what you were going to do with those hits.
No, you never get a chance to do that. You've just got to go for whatever comes to your mind, really.
Which hurts the most? A full block on the head or a jab to the face?
Jab to the face, because that's the most unbalancing. So you've got to try and avoid those at all costs, definitely.
Well, you managed to stay on. You got yourself your 5 points. Yeah. Well done, Rowan.
The supporters delighted with that. Next facing Scorpio and Jewel is Lisa. Both girls evenly matched statistically.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Scorpio to work, parried by Lisa, jostling to find a firm base on that platform. Oh, Lisa nearly loses it. Swinging wildly. Nearly overbalances again. Oh, Scorpio at it, hammer, hammer and tongs. Lisa defending all the time. Excellent work rate from Scorpio. Lisa more concerned with balance rather than getting blows in. 5 points from our heptathlete Lisa. She certainly knew she was in a fight tonight.
Well done, Lisa. She's a tough cookie, Scorpio. She knows the game inside out.
Tell me about it, yeah. Those knocks were pretty tough.
But you were looking for the big blow. You were looking for the killer blow each time.
Yeah, I was trying my best, but I couldn't do anything about it, so never mind.
You see what she's doing? Sometimes she sucks you in, she comes further forward, and then she makes you attempt to hit her, and then she steps back.
That's right, I stepped forward at one point and almost lost my balance a few times, so... But I'm pleased to stay on, so...
You got your 5 points anyway, Lisa. Scorpio. Now, that really was a technical battle. A lot of prodding, a lot of hitting to the head and to all the body. Well done.
I tried to hit to every part of the body. I knew she's a good athlete, so I thought she'll have good balance. She had really good balance.
Well done. Scorpio, congratulations!
After 5 events for the girls, Rowan's on 14, Lisa's on 20. Next up on Duel, the men.
Richard is on his platform, and he's going to be facing the man who hates to lose, the awesome Shadow!
Shadow, you'll remember, no longer undefeated on Duel, but nevertheless, he'd be in Richard's shoes looking at those stats.
Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! On start! 3, 2, 1!
off a bit previous there, keen to get it on. And John Anderson showing who's in charge. Well, Shadow waited that time, then launches himself at Richard. Huge blow. Oh, he slipped! Takes a heavy blow to the back of the head, and the referee stopped it. Obviously feels Shadow unable to defend himself up there. Who'd have thought it? 10 quick points to Richard. Richard's mum there, tears of joy. She can't believe it. She must have been so anxious about her son facing Shadow, but he's done it. In the replay, Shadow's foot slides on the platform. And Richard punishes that mistake. John Anderson stops it.
Oh, Richard, didn't win the way you wanted to win. Nevertheless, you won.
A win is a win in this game. I tried my best.
Did you knock him over? Did he slip? What actually happened?
It happened so quick. I hit him and he went down. I don't know if he slipped or I hit him, but he went down fair and square as far as I could tell.
Then, Richard, you got your 10 points. Well done!
And Mum delighted with those 10 points.
So, Matt and Shadow are ready. So it's over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1!
And Shadow's really fired up now. Huge range-finding blows. Oh, take that. Matt defending as well as he can. Shadow really throwing them at him. Oh, his bugle stick's broken. He's lost his end. And the referee stopped it. The sheer force of Shadow's blows. Matt could withstand them, but Shadow's stick couldn't. I've never seen anything like it. Crashes down there now.
Shadow, what happened? Shadow?
The stick broke, that's what happened.
Is that because you were so cross, you were so mad?
I guess so.
You want to go again?
Does he want to go again?
He wants to go again.
Let's go again.
Do you want him to go again?
I think they want to go again. Well, that's cleared that up. This really is a dramatic men's event. In the first duel, Shadow slips, and the second he breaks his stick, and here he is again for more.
16 seconds to play. Over to John Anderson.
3, 2, 1.
And Shadow's really got the ump. He's determined to test his new stick out to destruction. Raining blows in. Matt's on his knees. Uppercut, he's still up there. And there's the whistle. Shadow steps across to congratulate him. In the replay, we can see Shadow's onslaught drops Matt to his knees. And how he withstood that uppercut, I'll never know. The toughest 5 points you'll ever earn.
That must have felt like a steamroller hitting you.
I thought he was going to stab me and I was going to die, and then the pugil stick come on.
Well, I don't think you'll come up against anybody ever as tough as that man.
Never, ever, ever. Full credit to Shadow.
Well, you got your 5 points, and boy, did you deserve them! Well done, Matt. Shadow, dare I have a word with you?
I'd just like to thank each and every one of you here, and all of you at home, on behalf of myself and my people, for supporting us. We are here to provide a challenge for contenders, and we are the ultimate challenge. Thank you.
And Matt Beeke won't argue with that. After 5 events, the guys are back to being neck and neck, 23 each.
Well, after that, I think we all need a break. But don't go away, because we're going to be back, and you can see some more exciting action on the Gladiators!
Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time, the last chance for our contenders to find themselves a place in the quarter-finals. Now, in the women's event, Lisa is ahead with 6 points. Each point being worth half a second will give her a 3-second head start. Over to Fash.
Lisa, 3 seconds head start. Is it enough?
Well, I'm not counting my chickens. We'll just wait and see, I think. Everybody knows
travelator is a hell of a thing, and hopefully, I mean, it all go well for me, and fingers crossed.
You know the travelator, as you say, that's been the graveyard for many, many contenders.
That's right, but hopefully if I can just keep my head up and just power up it, then I'll be all right.
Do you think you'll have enough strength by then?
Hopefully, yes.
Well, we'll see. Rowan, can you do it? And if you can, where do you think you're going to make those 3 seconds up?
Well, you never know when you get a chance to make seconds up at all. It's a really difficult one. She's a really fit girl. But I'll go for it. I'll give it my best shot, you know, and all I can do is see. I hope I can come through.
I'm sure you'll do more than that, knowing you, Rowan. We wish both of you all the best. Lisa and Rowan.
Lisa, you will go on my first whistle. Rowan, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Lisa attacks the high and low beams, and here comes Rowan. Lisa, the Welsh women's athletics captain, a heptathlete, so she's used to tackling various disciplines, but not all in one go like this eliminator course. Rowan on the rope. Lisa on the hand ladder. Rowan making a meal out of that rope climb. Slow dismount from Lisa, but sprints across the rolling beams and onto that strength-settling cargo net. Rowan safely across the rolling beam. Both on the net. Rowan still on the net as Lisa flies down the zip line. Splash down. Lisa's son glued to his seat. Rowan on the zip line. Makes her splash down. Lisa, a travelator away from the quarterfinals, does what she said she would, keeps her head up and swings into the quarterfinals against Nikki Wyatt. What a battle that promises to be. Rowan, a full-time mum with plenty of spirit and plenty of determination. What a credit to herself and her children.
Congratulations, Lisa, you did it!
Yeah, that's so tiring. I'm just so pleased. Oh, that was hard.
It's been a long day. How do you feel now?
I'm so pleased. I'm just shattered. My mouth's so dry, I can hardly talk. It's just amazing.
You don't want to do it all again, do you?
Oh, go on then.
Well done, Lisa. Another winner on the Gladiators!
Oh, you're a nice girl. We'll miss you again this year. Oh. But it was nice, and it was a great pleasure and a great bonus to have you back.
It was great to be back again. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Rowan! Let's take a time out.
Favourite TV show? Oh, what's that show on a Saturday evening? About 6 o'clock. Gladiators. Love it. Love it.
My favourite TV show is probably Absolutely Fabulous. I think that's very funny, but I'm also quite a big Neighbours fan.
Favourite TV show? Okay, let me give you a clue. Norm! All right. Oh, Woody. Cheers. Definitely.
My favourite TV show is Brookside. I watch it 3 times during the week, and then I watch the omnibus edition on Saturday. I love it.
I hate saying this, but I'm a Trekkie, I'm afraid. It takes you away from normal thinking, you know, where no man has ever been before. It's great, I love it.
Favourite TV show is probably Mr. Bean, because I love Rowan Atkinson.
I enjoy watching wildlife programmes.
My favourite TV show is Michael Barrymore. I think he's wonderful.
My favourite TV show is a show called The Real McCoy, and you have to look out for it this year because Saracen does a guest appearance in that show.
So now we move into the men's eliminator, and indeed in the men's event the scores are even, so there will be no head start. It's not time to go home yet, Matt.
I know, I've got a long way to go yet. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
And what about you, Richard? Feeling relaxed and laid back about this one?
Definitely. No, I'm going to give it 110%, and God willing, we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'll take this opportunity to wish you both the very best of luck, and I'll see you at the end of the course.
After 5 events, there's not a point between them.
Contenders, you will both go on my first whistle. 3, 2, 1.
They're off, and this is going to be a close one. If anything, Matt a fraction in front, first to the road climb. Both men very fast on the climb. Matt trying to consolidate that lead on the handbike. Looks to have the better technique. Matt won pursuit by a long way, where both guys started together, so his confidence will be sky high for this eliminator. Extending his lead now over the rolling beams. Matt more used to climbing telegraph and scaffolding poles, but certainly getting to grips with the cargo nets. Hits the top and opens up a good lead. Down the zip line. And it's Matt on Matt. We know his balance is good. And he's proving it again to us. Off the beam as Richard comes off the zip line. Matt composes himself, and it's an easy trip into the quarterfinals where he'll be facing policeman Paul Field. Richard on the beam. He's going to want to get up that travelator first time. Deep breath, pumps it up. He does it through the paper burst by Sun, 19 seconds behind.
Congratulations, Matt. You go on to the quarterfinals to meet Paul Field later on.
Can't believe it. It's been so cold. I'm dry as a bone. My mouth is dry as a bone. I need oxygen somewhere.
Well, you said you needed the points. You survived the duel with the Shadow, and here you are, neck and neck, and you came through strong.
Oh, I'm so pleased. I hurt my wrist a bit on duel because he hit it so hard. But I can't. I was just so pleased. You can't believe it.
Well done, Matt. Another winner on the Gladiators.
Richard, there's still a little bit of a smile on your face.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I thank the supporters for coming.
That's very nice. And cheers for Richard! So that's the end of our heats. Of course, next week things really start hotting up as we move into the quarter-finals. So do yourselves a favour, join us here on the Gladiators!
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Bullseye is on the way next, and then later we meet the people who would love nothing better than to strip money right out of your hands. It takes a certain type of person to be a chaser. The Mean Machines are back for The Chase tonight at 9 on Challenge.